it didn't see her anymore, and then it kept driving and dragged her for like 5 blocks. That's true. And she's live. That's why I mentioned before. She's alive. I know she's fine. Alive. But that's what happened. So what I'm saying is, in the curve of where we're at with this technology, you got a long way to go, man.
What's up, everybody? I'm Zap, and this is Jericho, and you are now tuned into the life system. Wow, I surprised myself on that.
Surprised all of us, I believe. Zap surprised you. Leave a comment saying that he surprised you.
You are now tuned into the Life Circus podcast, where we talk about everything that's funny, interesting, and ridiculous. And you want to stick around for this episode because we're doing a continuation, if you will, on our video about Waymo cars, driverless vehicles. That video got a lot of attention, hundreds of views, 20 plus comments. There was a big discussion in the comments. So we're going to continue that. We're going to talk about another driverless vehicle, Jericho, that might catch on before Waymo does. I'm going to tell you what that vehicle is and why that might be the case. But before we jump into it, as always, you guys help us out. Hit that subscribe button. You know what to do. It's right below the video. That helps our channel grow. And then hit that like button, because that lets the YouTube algorithm know that BrandBee Future is dope. More people should see it. Get out the way. Now look, gotta do some house cleaning, Jericho.
Yeah, me know.
Gotta talk about some things, man.
Go ahead. Go ahead with
Let's
it.
talk about some things.
Let him use you.
All right. And I'll put it. In this first video, I'll put it on us because we haven't been talking about it. We have YouTube memberships. All right. So let me back up. This is our situation. We're just like partially monetized on YouTube, right? So you don't see ads on our videos because we're not part of the ad revenue program yet.
This is your opportunity to sponsor a hilarious new podcast with high replay and repost potential. We are ecstatic about this project, and here are a few more reasons why you should jump on board. Jump on board. Although we're a music space go.
Any support for this channel is either A, out of our pocket, or 2, from you guys.
So, I like that order. I like that order. Very nice.
Yes.
Nice.
So that means that we really, really, really depend on the YouTube memberships. It's a small, very small financial contribution to our channel that helps us continue to produce videos. Memberships start as low as $3.99, man. That's not even a whole Whopper, bro.
It's not much.
You know how much I love my Whoppers.
Half the Whopper.
Half a Whopper? Come on, you can't help your boys out with half a Whopper. Come on, man. So yeah. So once you hit that subscribe button, there'll be another button that says join. You click that button and then you can become a member. And again, it's not just a giveaway. You get a lot of perks for being a member, depending on what level that you're on. And the thing down there, it's on every video. Do you want an extra $1,300? Like, maybe you just seen it so many times that you forget about it. These are apps that I literally use every day, every year. Just prints money. Like, I know there's a lot of scams and stuff on YouTube. These are apps that I've used for years. And the Honeygain app alone will pay for your membership. Like, just install that, let it run in the background. You don't have to do anything else. And then collect the money and then buy BrandBee Future membership. Like,
good plan.
We just giving it away at this point.
I'm serious though. You think I'm joking? I'm serious.
But just so you know, guys, that's available to you. And this is new, Jericho.
Uh-oh.
I know I'm saying a lot of stuff, but we just gotta get it out of the way in this video. YouTube, as we grow, YouTube gives us more ways to support, what we're doing. And now we have what you call super thanks. So if you're in the comment section, as soon as you jump into the comments on the far right, you'll see a little heart with a little $sign in it. So that means that you can do like go above and beyond and, leave a little something with your comment for your boys. You know what I'm saying? And those start at like $2.
Not bad.
So
not bad.
If you feel inclined, if the spirit leads you, all right, Don't make me go all Marvin Sapp up in here, till the ushers lock the doors and whatnot.
Never would have made it. Never would have made it.
I said, close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors.
Last thing, all right, I know this is a lot, man, but you guys got to hear this. The video we did on the driverless cars had a lot of comments, and there's one person that particularly stood out. They left several comments, and that's at Main Street Cinema 3. Just want to shout them out. And they did something that I thought was really cool. They mentioned that they were a new subscriber. So I think that's really cool. If you are in the comments, let us know that you're a new subscriber to the channel so that we can shout you out. But also, Main Street Cinema 3 suggested that we do a follow-up video on what I'm about to talk about today. So we talked about Waymo cars and driverless cars, and they might be taking a backseat to another type of vehicle. And one of those reasons is what you said, Jericho. People just don't feel comfortable. So there was a 2023 JD Power poll, and it revealed that only 37% of consumers feel comfortable riding in an autonomous vehicle, which is down from 42% in 2021. So it's going the wrong direction. It's going the wrong direction.
There's a lot of reasons for that, I believe.
Yeah, instead of more people adopting it, there's more people who are like, yeah, I don't really trust it. And again, if you go back to that other video, which is, where am I? Is here, up there. Bro, running into poles, stopping for no reason at puddles. There's a 19 car pileup in San Francisco involving Waymo cars. A lot of bugs still being worked out. Another thing that I didn't mention, I don't think, was that did you know that Waymo cars can take up to twice as long to get where you're going instead of just riding in a regular Uber or your own car?
I never heard that. No.
Yeah. So that's another thing. They did a study, and the trips took twice as long. One, because they don't do freeways.
What?
And then the second thing is that they don't stop like exactly where you need to go.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
They have like specific, it's almost like a bus, right? It takes you to like one station and then takes you to the next station. So if you got to go somewhere like super specific, you got to get out and walk like that the rest of that way.
Now that's funny.
That sounds like the Ubers in Panama. Because I think I told you, Panama doesn't have addresses for some reason. The whole country.
All right.
So they just drop you off in the general area of where you want to go, and you just got to take the 210, the 2 feet, 10 toes, and get there the rest of the way. So it's interesting that's the case. I didn't know that, but also I don't understand why that's the case either. Do you have the answer? Because it's a robot. It feels like it should be like a GPS, just boop, boop, boop coordinates, and it lands where you want it to go, but it doesn't work that way.
I don't know the answer to that specifically either.
Yeah, I don't even know. Like, I can't even tell you that.
I don't know how it works. Somebody can tell us.
It's impressive, sure, but it's still like, and you know what? It's the curve of the technology, of every technology, right? There's like this, like the slope always gets steeper, right? So I don't know what part of the slope we're in, but it feels like the part that's not so steep yet, because they're really. Did you hear about the lady?
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
She's not dead, so that's good. But
how do you start a story like
to let you know how it ends? I'm telling you how it ends before I start. She's fine.
What are you talking about?
She's fine.
Everything's fine.
Amanda.
I'm an adult.
This lady was in, I believe, San Francisco. Surprise, surprise, and she got hit by a regular car. Not good. Then she got pushed in the path of a Waymo car. The Waymo car actually stopped because it's got good, sensors and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Then it stopped before it got to her. It didn't see her anymore, and then it kept driving and dragged her for like 5 blocks. That's true. And she's live. That's why I mentioned before. She's alive. I don't know if she's fine. Alive. that's what happened. So what I'm saying is, in the curve of where we're at with this technology, you got a long way to go, man.
That's one of my mission parameters.
Oh,
That did happen. That did happen.
Okay, two things. One, I can see how that can happen.
Yeah,
she was out of the view of the car when she got hit.
Mm-hmm. I can see a regular person doing that too. Maybe, you stop. I thought I saw something. I don't see anybody. All right, here we go. Oh, what's that sound? And then it's very tragical.
And then I got a tragedy.
That's the first thing. The second thing, I kind of feel bad at laughing at that, but that's very wow.
Yeah, it's everything's kind of laughable, but it's more the ridiculous part of this technology is that that'll happen. Yeah. And I don't want it to happen, but I feel like it'll happen on a bigger scale at some point, and then they'll make a big change and fix it, and then it'll be relatively safe for everybody. It still feels very much like kind of a trial and error thing, and they're like, good luck. Because Waymo's still the invite only thing, right?
And I think it's in certain places where they do like new rollouts. I feel like in San Francisco, you can just get on it. But I think in certain places, San Francisco,
you can do a lot of things. So
anyway, this is another crazy thing. The last crazy thing about the Waymo cars, and there's other companies, but Waymo is obviously like the biggest thing in town. It turns out that you ready for this, Jericho?
I was born ready.
It turns out that Waymo costs way more. In a comparison of 50 rides in Los Angeles, it turns out the Waymo ride costs about $10 more.
Significant.
So, yeah, man, I expected the opposite. So that kind of makes sense. Is like, why would you get in a Waymo now? I thought it was going to be cheaper than Uber or Lyft, and like,
is it charging just because like automatically straight out the gate it's more money, or is it because it takes so long to get places because it's taking 20 detours, or what is the reason?
The only thing I know for sure from what I read is just like the scalability factor, because it's still like so small. I think like volume, like the 99-cent store concept, it's like things aren't expensive, but they have so many people that it could stay afloat for so long.
Oh, okay.
I think because they only have so many people taking rides and all this kind of stuff. I don't think it's scaled to the point where like they can lower their prices.
Yes, go on.
The other thing to think about, because I was thinking too, like, why is it more expensive? And this is just hypothesis, I guess. Mm-hmm. It's like the thing I hear a lot from like Uber and Lyft drivers is the complaint about them, the cost associated with just maintaining their cars. And so if Waymo they own the cars too, they have that, that expense that isn't normally, an expense for these rideshare companies. Does that make sense?
Sure.
These Uber drivers, they have their flat tire maintenance, whatever, gas, it's on them, and they just get a flat fee for, doing the ride. So when you have to take care of the whole car, maybe that the paying a person to drive it doesn't offset it that much.
That's a great answer. That's good.
Anyway.
I see. Okay, well, got it.
The moment you've been waiting for.
I hope
what other vehicle is probably going to catch on faster?
Is it Tonka trucks? Are they everything now?
Oh wow, you're close.
Oh, cool.
Driverless trucks, autonomous trucks, robo trucks, and I'm not talking about like a Ford F-150. I'm talking about like an 18-wheeler.
Oh, I was hoping they were literally Tonka trucks from like the 80s. Like that was what I was hoping for. They just kind of did a transformer thing and brought those to life.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So how do you feel about that in comparison to like a Waymo car? Are you for it?
I was trying to make a Waymo joke and my brain didn't come. It was like the sound on Family Feud when you give a wrong answer, like that's what happened in my head when I thought of something. But what I see is a problem that exists in a smaller scale, magnified. So we have car A, Waymo car that doesn't want to go because of a puddle or because of dude, there's a video of these Waymo cars, like they're all together, like they're having a meeting in a parking lot, and it's just chaos. And someone recorded like 4 a.m, and they're honking, they're back, and they don't know what to do. And it's like, okay, so take that and make them all 18-wheelers, and it's just a bigger, noisier problem. So I don't like to go to the negative thing, but I feel like they shouldn't do that. No one's listening to me. No one is listening to me. Maybe they should listen to me.
We deserve respect.
Ted, shut up.
Fine.
Work on all the bugs on the small thing that can do minimal damage before you put it into this massive creature, if you will. Like, I don't like the idea of it. Are they going to implement this in a different way or roll it out in a different way? Or is this going to be like, good luck, everybody, like the way they do it?
Well, here's the thing, Jericho. I have some news for you.
I don't even like the way you said that, man. All right.
It's already been happening, man. This is already in effect. Autonomous trucks have already hauled over 1 million miles on public highways. They have had human safety drivers in the cabs, but here's the thing. There have only been 3 crashes. This is specifically from a company called Aurora. They've only had 3 crashes, and all of them have been related to human error, not the vehicle.
That's what they want you to believe.
I was going to ask you if that changes your mind. How does it change your mind? 1 million miles?
1 million miles is a lot of miles. It's more than 500 miles, like that one song from the 80s. But I think that it's like the answer is no still, because I think the ultimate goal is to have them go by themselves, right? And so how do you prove it without I need the job, I don't have experience, I need a job to get experience, kind of thing. Like, they got to show that these things can work without the humans in them, but to do that, they have to show they can work without the humans in them. I don't know. I see the cars, like I see the Waymo cars on the freeways with the drivers in them because they're trying to figure it out, I feel like. So at some point, they're just going to let them go on the freeway and hope for the best. So it seems like the same for these. But big rigs have almost killed me more than any other kind of vehicle. I'm being very serious. Like, when that's with people, competent people, they were competent people that had not competent moments, it seems like, because very many times, sorry, Mom, that's when I was like, ooh, that was almost it for me. A few times with these big rigs. So just make it so that they don't have any human control. And is it going to be like, we can't take over, like the guy on the Waymo going?
Yeah, I got a flight to catch. Why is this thing going in a circle? I'm getting dizzy.
Can they at least do that? Can you do that for me? Can you just make it so that you can just do the override button from a remote location so that it doesn't become a tragedy? Do you have more information for me? Because I really don't.
I do.
Okay.
And I'm glad you kind of take this position, because the more I saw on this, the more I was like, I could see why it would maybe catch on faster than the Waymo cars, because the Waymo cars still right now, they kind of feel like I won't call it a fad, but it's like, it doesn't feel super necessary. Like, it feels almost like gimmicky right now. I see the benefits of it, but the more I started reading about the trucks, this is kind of a different situation. So this is kind of a small list of the problems that it solves. One, it reacts to hazards faster than humans.
Yeah, sure.
So that's already a situation in the car. But and I see this all the time, man. It's kind of like a pet peeve, because I know, dude, driving a van is just like, you could feel the difference. Driving a truck and like some crazy person like cuts you off, or like, it takes a lot longer to stop and react and like you can't just hit slam on the brakes. Like, so I see cars do this in front of trucks all the time. And so if you have a machine that can react a little bit faster, I think that can slow down or prevent a lot of accidents. And speaking of accidents, the number one cause of truck accidents is human error. So we're talking about something like fatigue. They've been driving for hours and hours and hours, distracted by something, some kind of poor judgment on the road, something like that. And if you have this AI, again, like that, like I said before, 1 million miles and 3 crashes, it all had to do with humans, not the truck. A third problem this solves is increased productivity. So truckers, they have like certain hours on and off, they can only drive for so long. These autonomous trucks, robo trucks, they can run like anytime. They don't get tired. This leads into the fourth thing, which means that they can travel during off-peak hours. So they can travel at a time when there's not a bunch of traffic. It's not rush hour. They don't need breaks. They don't have service regulations or hours when they can do certain things. And this also reduces fuel consumption and emissions. That's another thing. And one of the biggest things that I also found, last thing here, is that there is a insanely severe shortage of truck drivers. There's not enough.
I do see them always advertising. I know a few people who do it, and I've heard people say, "Oh, the jobs," like, well, they're jobs that people don't do,
right?
Especially for the amount of so we're increasing in population, so we need more supplies, and supplies need to get places faster. Remember what happened like when COVID, like we couldn't get stuff. It was just a nightmare. So we need things to move stuff around and transport things. So this does seem like a solution. I would, in a perfect world, more people would say, okay, yeah, we need to actually get more people to do this. But I also recognize how much it costs to train people. I'm curious. I would be curious to know how much like costs would be just for training people versus the amount of energy it takes to power these things. I imagine they're charged with a battery or something like. So compared to cost of that, which one is greater? That might be interesting to know. But it's just the robot takeover that I want to avoid, man. That's all. I'm thinking about the humanity and all of us, and maybe jobs too. That eventually jobs will be taken away from people that actually do want to do them, because these things, they are more efficient. They are not as prone or susceptible to human error. But it's just the idea that people, then what do they do when they can't do things they've been practicing or training for years?
First the money started going, and now everyone's getting laid off work. They took our jobs.
It's a hard job. I know people that. I played a game with a guy who did like he said, I'm going to do a hit real quick. And he basically left the gig at like 1 a.m, left from California, drove to New Mexico to do a drop off, and drove back in time to get to the gig the next day. And I said, that's insanity. And more probable that he's going to make a mistake because he hasn't slept. You know what I mean? Even if you get the caffeine gum that we all know and love, even that, it only has this limit. It only has this limit. But yeah, I see it. I see it all as far as why they would do it. I just don't want to accept it because I'm stuck in my ways.
Fair enough.
How about that?
Well, that's the end of the episode. Let us know what you think in the comments. Is this better than the Waymo cars? Is this more needed? Is this a thing that would probably catch on faster? Is it too dangerous? Are you on Jericho's side? Are you on my side? Do you eat cotton candy for breakfast? I don't know your life. Look, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, become a member if you feel so inclined, and leave a comment, man. We don't know. Wow, words. Leave a comment. We want to know what you guys think about this topic, and share this video with someone who you think will like it. Until then, me. Yeah. Me. There it is. Don't lose your vehicles are taking up with Transformers more than meets the eye. Oh.
They took our jobs. They took on you! Took our deer!